Hello. Sorry about that. Had to do something. My camera wasn't working properly. Had to figure it out. Am I on? As Andrew says, can you see me? Can you hear me? Let's see what's going on. Buckman's Model Mania saying first. Todd saying first. Buck's first on my list, Todd. Got you by a second, I think. Buck, what did you win? A high five. There you go. Haha, beat you, Todd. Nice try, Buckaroo. Sorry, Todd, I'm going with whichever one appeared on my chat list first. It was Buck. Buckaroo. And Trek Mods saying, oh, my camera isn't working. Well, that sounds like your problem, Trek Mods. I hope you get that figured out. Marvel Phoenix, which is Todd. Not on my screen, you didn't. Oh, you got time. That's probably to me. Buck, that's funny. I got my comment in first, but you got the points. Oh, you guys are getting the crowns? That's on my chat too? Andrew's here. You are on. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you for that. Do I sound okay? Am I too loud? Am I hurting anyone's ears? Is my voice annoying with its tone? All that stuff. Let me know. There he is. Todd's probably referring to Andrew or me when I showed up. I did on my screen. Okay. Hey, Jody. Hey. Guess what? We're both losers. Wait, Buck wins based on Jody. Never had so many comments on my chat before. Oh, and there's Steve Martin. Hey, Steve, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming. Buck says, it's okay, Todd. You're second, you try harder. Well, I'm waiting to see if Howard tunes in. Because I got this package today. Been waiting for it for a while. I guess I got it yesterday, but I checked the mailbox every day this week except for yesterday. I neglected my mailbox. Okay, so I left that on the screen. Steve says, what's going on? Pleasure to be here. Pleasure to have you. What's going on, Steve? I'm going to work on the Klingon 7D. Just get up there so you can see it. So there, I got this. I'm calling it the 7D because it's on backwards. What's going on there? Took this much out of the front of the neck there and flip this around. I cut this middle piece out, flip that back around the proper way so that all this stuff can go on. And I've been working on this, getting some lights in this and some lights behind this cow catcher thing. So that's what I'll be doing. It's working on lights. I'll show you the back. Got my impulse engines. So what I did was I removed that piece. Well, actually, I didn't remove it because it was on the sprue. So I took this piece, which is supposed to go here, and I relocated it to the back piece. But I cut this original back piece up into small pieces so I can use the panels and the panel lines elsewhere. And I made the torpedo launcher from scratch. I made this one from scratch. I opened up all the windows and bridge, and I made the little lounge deck back there, observation lounge or whatever. Got to put some lines for the windows. So that is what I'm doing. And where was I here? Okay, so I'm way up here, so I got to remember to keep up on this. I was talking about the ship for a second. Todd says, oh, I do what I can. There's Too Loud. Hey, Johnny, what's up, buddy? Thanks for tuning in. Todd says, Dash has to join. It's mail call. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for Dash until I see what's in that package, even though I could probably use it. It could be useful to my endeavors here tonight. There's Cameron. Hey, Jody and HTM family. How's it going? Ken's here. Hello, Ken. Thank you for coming in. Good evening, Ken. Welcome, Steven. Andrew says, almost like we are streaming in shifts. Yeah, well, I figured since everybody's got their night and everybody's got their schedule, I might as well just take up the late shift and just stream whenever I can, whenever I feel like doing some work. Like I was saying, it's nice to have a model to work on where I'm not worrying about editing a video and getting stuff out in time, things like that. HTM is nuts. We are just chock full of programming. That's right. 24/7 pretty soon. Why are the cows floating in Klingon space? Well, you see, Buck, it's a Catle Bruiser because the Klingons are the guys that have been coming around harassing the cows. So it's either some kind of time travel shenanigans or something like that. Those are the guys that are going around harassing the cows, all the cattle mutilations. That's the Klingons. So they designed this Catle Bruiser, and this is what they used back in the day to come and harass the livestock. Steven says, I'm backwards, only an overgrown mop head like you. Yeah. And he says, kidding, very creative. But no, he's right. I am an overgrown mop head. I have long hair and a long beard. I look weird, and he's not wrong. Targ Oritum. That's what it is. Yes, Andrew, you're referring to this right here. This is the Targoritum. Yes. Maybe that's why they were harassing the cows, because they were looking to replace their targs, or maybe targs are bred from cows. There's some kind of genetically modified bovine from Earth. Buck says, I saw Howard in Discord. He should be here soon. Yeah, Howard was all over Andrew's stream right at the end there. Todd says, bah, he can watch it back. Open the box. What's in the box? I don't have the sound effects. What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the fucking box? Was that good? He likes watching back streams in 2x speed anyways. Yeah, Howard's living in the fast lane. What's in the box? Never edit. I don't. Well, you don't say stupid things by accident, Buck. I'm always singing or releasing inner head thoughts and stuff like that. I have to edit out about 60% of the things I record and things I say while I'm recording it. And then Buck says, hopefully they aren't probing peoples. No cow probing. Can I get some work done? I need someone to come in and read the chat for me. Cow probing. The bovine battleship. And Steve says, are you guys all from Canada? No, right now, me and Ken and Andrew at Canadian Starships. So Andrew, Ken, and I, we were on the stream on Friday night, and all the Canadians were at the top, or all the Canadians were at the bottom of the screen, and all the Americans were at the top of the screen. And someone switched us around and moved the Canada up north. Okay, so I think I'm caught up. Oh, I was caught up, and it keeps pumping in. Andrew, Ken, and Jody are at least. Yes, we are the 3 Canadians. Jordan is a honorary original Canadian. Buck says, I say a lot of stupid things. Well, you must mute your mic then, Buck, because I don't really hear too much stupid stuff coming out of you on your videos. Buck Dash and I are in South Canada, aka US. Alec. Alec, hi Alec. Can I go home yet? You at work? You at work, Alec? You guys want me to open the box? Turn this off. Or do you want to see me use this thing? Should I just use that? Todd says Jacoby is neither. He's at work. Guy's always at work. Him and his stupid priorities, responsibilities. Tee, our designated I want to go home guy. Steve says, I love these accents, eh? Yeah, I tend to say a lot. I'm kind of what you'd call a redneck Canadian, or as my family is known as Flatland Hillbillies. So I might not sound as cultured and sophisticated as the likes of Andrew or Ken. Yeah. Buck says, I leave the stupid in. A lot of verbal pauses. Opened a box. I'm unfortunately at work indeed. And I almost caught up, and then Buck saying Flatland Hillbillies. Yeah, man. Flatland Hillbillies. I'm going to just use this. We'll open the box. I already know what's in the box. So this is courtesy of Howard. I got dashed because I guess guys got tired of watching me suffer with this thing. As I said, holding the things together isn't the problem. It's my soldering technique that is the problem. Leaving comments on the screen, as Andrew would say, a service I provide. North Good Hillbillies. Yep. North Good Hillbillies. Okay, I'll put a star there so I know. There we go. I got 12 people watching. Not too bad. That's thanks to Andrew promoting my stream half the night earlier this afternoon. Okay, so we got a metal plate. Nice metal plate there. Got some little clippies, which have some nice little rubber sleeves on them. And we'll get some of those little magnetic curling stones. And we got the Omni Fixo. So apparently this will fix all my Omnis. Omni meaning one, and Fixo meaning Fixo. So this is the one thing that will fix. Oh. Is that right? Did I say that right, you guys? Yay, Omni Fixo. So we got fireworks. Horns, all that good stuff. Hey, Trent. Darth Trent OG is here. He's the original Darth Trent. Don't confuse him with any other imposter Darth Trents. He's the OG. Let's put this, so I guess we don't use, this has little rubber feet on it, so I guess we just put the case to the side. Is that what we do? Yeah. Buck saying 14 watchers from my perspective. 13, someone dropped out. I was streaming last night and I was getting 7, 8, 9, down to 7, down to 5, up to 6, up to 9. People were dropping in and out like they were window shopping or something like that. Guess I wasn't entertaining enough last night. Don't forget to like and subscribe, all. Yeah, you guys can do that if you want to. Probably everyone here probably already does subscribe. It's the reason they are here. Like the smash button, smash the like button. Over here on my streams, you guys can do whatever you want to that button. It's all yours. Andrew says, where I grew up, the hillbillies were north of 7. I guess that's where I am. I'm north of 7. Far north of 7. Oh, wow. Very nice. Yes, Cameron. The Omni Fixo is very nice. So this is an upgraded version of this thing, or this thing here, right? This is the same idea, but it's got really long things here, and it's just kind of cumbersome and unwielding. This is really heavy. It doesn't have the little rubber feet on them. So yeah, I relegated it to my we'll be right back sign for when I go take coffee breaks. Because now I got the Omni Fixo. And we can, I just wired all this while the package sat beside me on the desk because I was waiting for the stream to open it up. There are slots in the box where you can slide the base panel in if you need it vertical. Really? Is that what that's for? Where did I put it? I lost it already, Todd. Jesus. These slots right here? Or these slots down here? So I can put it like this. Like that? That's cool, man. Look at that. And I can have it like that, nice and stable. You know what? That's good for video purposes, really. That's good for filming purposes. Got my cable all over the place here. Give me one sec. I just gotta put my cable back in the little clip. I had my camera down on the desk today when I was getting my soldering tutorial from Ken. I was trying to give him a good view of what I was doing, but I think I tortured him because I got my face in there by accident. Oh, Cam gave me the fireworks. Thanks. Sorry, guys, I'm behind on the chat here. Give me one sec. Buck says, don't say that, Eric. Does bad things to the button. Eric can do whatever he wants to the button as long as he wipes it off when he's done. Eric makes the button regret things. Not my button. My button has no regrets. Hello, first time. Alan Kelly, saw you over on Andrew's stream earlier. Hello, thank you for coming. Welcome. Welcome to Trek Mods. If you just tuned in, I got this backwards Klingon D7, which I'm calling the 7D. And I'm about to work on it. I'm just opening up the Omni Fixo here. So yeah, this is cool. This is cool. I'm gonna put this back for now. Alec is saying, I technically never drink, but after today, I'm just tempted to down the entire sake bottle. You know what? I tried sake once. Went to like a Japanese sushi restaurant here with my wife and some of our friends, and I'm not into sushi or food like that, but I sure like the sake. Didn't mind that. Drank a lot of that. It was good. I'm just that stressed. Because of work, buddy? Andrew says, if you put a steel armature in your model, they stick great where you need to work. Oh, you mean the little, yeah. But on your Enterprise D, that at least the top part anyway, that's aluminum, right? The bottom part is steel plating, but the top is aluminum. Yep, there are slots all around for different orientations. Lots of slots. The Omni Fixo has lots of slots. You guys got the Omni Fixo? It's got a lot of slots. That's cool, Steve says. Yeah, that is pretty cool. And courtesy of HTM and our good buddy Dash Riptide, old Howard there sent me this. Andrew says, if you remove the rubber tips and connect alligator clips, you can power wires. So I can like slide an alligator clip right onto this little tip. Can't I? Can I not? Look, I happen to actually have something. I have these. Can you believe it? And a couple different sizes too. So I could put this right on here. And then just, I was going to say bend it over, but yeah, I don't have to. It'll just hold on to itself just like that. Right? Right. Correct? Am I right? Did I do it right? I lost the clip. Fell out when I started talking, but yeah. There we go. Boom. Just like that. That's what it's all about. Cool, man. Good tip, Andrew. Thanks. Dar says, hey, Alec. Todd says, yep, they act as terminals too. Yep. Lem clips act as terminals too. Plus the bottom is conductive. So I could wire circuits right through the bottom of the plate right here. If I knew how to do that. Can slip it to the handle or neck of one of, and I have it power things. So can slip it to the handle or neck of one and have it power things. Okay, gotcha. I think. I don't understand. On the handle. On the handle. Alligator clips that are attached to your power line. Yes. Hi, Trent. Okay, so if I have a power line. Okay, so you're talking like my power supply line. Is this what you're talking about? Todd says, yeah, I mean, clip a power lead to the spring or rear handle of one of those arms. Okay, so like this. I take this and I put it on here like that. And power this. So this isn't conducting through the plate, so I can put both on, or I'm just putting one on there. Then remove the rubber grips on the teeth. And it will pass. Okay, well this only has, I've only put a little fiber on one side of it, just so it helps me grip onto the tiny wires. So there we go, we're contacting there. Fiber, shrink tube. Andrew saying yes, and remove the rubber. Yeah, okay, so the rubber from this, right? I only have to remove one piece of rubber. Excuse me. I only have to remove one piece of rubber because I'm still making contact right there, right? Todd says, no, the Omni gripper teeth. And then he says, yes. Okay, so I think I'm behind. So I'll wait like a couple seconds. Is this right? And then I don't attach this one right now to anything. I'm here now. I had to get a talking down to by my buddy about how I need to clean up my house, as if I'm not doing it quick enough. Like everybody good to tell you, but lack the time to physically help. Yeah, well, you know what? Tell your buddy to not worry about your house because it's your house. So if it bothers him that much, he could pitch in and give you a hand to tidy it up. Also, hello Dash, and thank you for sending me this OmniFixo. I was waiting to open it, but everybody was pressuring me, and I caved, and I opened it. And now Andrew is saying you would clip the positive to whichever Omni holder was holding your positive wire, and the ground to whichever Omni clip that was holding your ground wire. Okay, so I don't have to worry about these interfering when they're both stuck down. I see now that there's a gap here, and this metal is not actually making contact with the plate, so that this plate won't be part of the equation. I was confused earlier. I thought this made contact with the plate, so the whole thing would be okay. So then I would put this one on here, do the same thing, remove the rubber. Get these guys out of the way. Trent says, hey, Howard. Howard says, that's fine. I saw them before, but I'll watch back on demand if it's out there. Yeah, it'll be on my channel when it's done, I guess. Okay, so we'll do this. We'll do this. And we'll do that. Correct. It will not short via the metal base. Okay, I thought it would. Hey Howard from Ken. Hey Howard from Buck. Andrew says, just make sure you remove the rubber from the right part, top or bottom. They cross over in the clip. Okay, yeah, I see that. It's still okay. So it's probably better if I put it on the bottom here if I'm going to be clipping it on the top. Go. Just gonna put the wire in perpendicular to the clip so it has a better grip. It'd be nice if the clips had little teeth on them. Okay. So there we go. I don't know what color I'm gonna make these 6 little lights on the bottom here. I got those and I got those. And I think Donnie said they're just red on the Klingon ship. Todd says, there you go. Yeah, thanks, Todd. Buck says, not sure Jody has on demand. He might have pay-per-view. No, my YouTube is not pay-per-view yet, Buck. I don't have any of that. If you guys want it to be pay-per-view, there's a PayPal link in the description of my channel. So be the first to use it. I keep getting notices from PayPal saying they're going to cancel my account because it's been inactive since I opened it. Just kidding. I don't get those notices. Okay, so there we go. I got that. So now what I need to do is try to get to work on this light on. What happened? My light just failed. Oh. All right, so one of my little lights here just quit working on me. Turned it off and it won't turn back on again. Get rid of it. Un second, s'il vous plaît. Oh, it's like one with the desk now. All right, well, I'm down to one light. I suppose I could repurpose that tube for something. Andrew says, all right, I'm all tidied up from my stream, so I'm off for the night. All right, Andrew, you have a great night. Have good sleep. Have a great day tomorrow. Thanks for your help today, buddy. Thanks for advertising my stream on your show. I appreciate that. And thanks for all your advice and all your tips. Have yourself a great day. Ken saying good night, Andrew. Good night, Andrew. Hello, darkness, my old friend. And good night, Andrew. Yes, Buck, it does get darker when Andrew leaves. He brightens up the scene wherever he may go. So this is flickering a lot. I don't know if it's because of that connection or this connection. I'm gonna just put it right on here and see if it's different. Okay, so I got a nice solid connection, no flickering at all. So maybe I gotta take both little rubber things off. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see, try and do stuff. Okay. That's probably very loud. Howard says, well, I'm sure with your solder lesson and this, your makeshift power station, maybe getting these lighting things more intricate. Yes, that's the idea. Now I can use all those lights that Andrew gave me. There, I'll try and get my light centralized now that I'm down to 1. I can use all those 12 volt LED strips that Andrew gave me, and I'll figure out a way to make a LED or to make a 12 volt power supply so I can actually power the model with it. But for now, this one is on the lamp stand. Lower it. I got a telescopic shaft here for the stand, for the post. Can it be 10 yet? I'm stressed out at work. I just want my e-bike back so I can hopefully get a better, more reasonable job. Well, you know what? I hear you, buddy. I had crappy jobs before too, man. It's so tiring when your job's not fulfilling. I don't care if you're enjoying your job. I don't care how hard you have to work at it. I've had extremely laborious, back-breaking jobs that I absolutely loved because they were rewarding in that sort of way, right? That sense of accomplishment. Like working at the golf course was one of my favorite jobs that I ever had. I've had a lot of jobs. I've done a lot of things. I'm one of those guys that floats around not knowing what to do or where to be or where to fit in. So I've tried a lot of different things. And yeah, working at the golf course was awesome. Loved it. So now I got my light in front of my monitor so I can't see my screen, which is not cool. Okay, so guys, my next step is to try. I need to get this. I need to first figure out if I need any more lights. Does it have lights at the corners? Does anybody know? Oh, now I gotta go way back up. What was the last comment? Okay, here we go. Howard says, Jody comes to Wonderfest with a car battery base holding a model. Is that what I gotta do, Howard, for a 12 volt power supply? Just hook it up to my car? If anyone wants to see my models, you have to come out to my car. I do have one of those power inverters with a 12 volt plug for those, those portable electric coolers that plug into your car, but it also has an adapter so you can plug it into your house. I bet you I could repurpose that into a thing to power models via 12 volts. So does anybody know if I need to put lights? Does it have marker lights on the corners or I guess the front parts now? Like where, if I was going to put them in, I'd either put them here at the back corners, which wouldn't be too difficult, but I don't have any fiber optic bits left. I would have to use just like a dome of glue, I guess. I would have to do that. Yeah, not getting enough hours, especially when you work hard at something and not having it pay off is tough. Or do you guys think I should, another idea I had was to get a couple details on the front here, right? Maybe some grills, some holes here with some detail. What do you guys think of that? I haven't done anything since we started. I got my impulse engine covers. I got those done. they're nice and dry, I can reinsert those. But I do have some little bits that I can add. So what I did was I took when I cut away that back chunk, I saved all the bits so that I could use them as detail panel pieces. I can just find them all. Should have put them in a little bin, but I got sidetracked. So there should be one more like this somewhere. This light is way too bright now. So I got these. Where's that last one? So that these don't really fit anywhere. Not on this part anyway. It's too small. Maybe I'll just make some. Maybe I'll just see what I can make. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure out my. If I have this up, it's too bright. There we go. So I think I can cut little plastic panels. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to make some little detail panels that I can put on there. I'll use this sheet styrene right here. I'll use a green piece of tape. Okay, so I'm going to take this tape, rip a spot so I can go around this. I'll take my burnishing tool here, rub that down. So this is the shape. Okay, so here's my basic shape. So I gotta stay within the limits of this. Just do an outline. So now that I've actually started working on the model, I've started neglecting the chat. But there's been no new chat. All right. Okay, so I think we're shaped something like that. So we're gonna cut this off, cut this out. this in here. Okay, so flip that over, make another one. Now it doesn't have to be identical because this is just to show me the limits of what I can make. So I got to stay within the confines of these lines. This stuff's really thin. It's easy to cut with the scissors. Just zip right through it. Okay, so there I now got two opposite pieces. Whoa! Hope that didn't freak anybody out. Alan Kelly saying, has anyone tried buying from JT Graphics lately? Has anyone tried buying from JT Graphics lately? I don't know what JT Graphics is, so my answer is no. But somebody watching may very well have used JT Graphics. Not sure what it is. Okay, so let's see. We got, this is our basic shape here. So I'm gonna put, just test fit this again. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this off. Okay, so I'm gonna have a triangular panel line here. Here we've got a curve. That on an angle. Okay, so got that. And okay, so Todd has some feelings on JT Graphics, not high. So I guess he doesn't have feelings on it because not him. He's never tried it. All right, where is my fancy stuff? And by fancy stuff, I just mean this. Get a piece of this. Piece of that. All right. I'm just going to cut all these out. It's a little narrow right there, and when I put pressure with the scissors, it wants to come apart, so just use this. If I cut fast enough, it won't melt. Sometimes when I want clean, smooth edges, I don't really want to have to sand too much. I prefer to cut it with a normal blade or scissors, so I get that nice clean edge. But this is so thin that I don't really have to put any extra pressure, and I can cut through fairly effortlessly. Okay, we got this part right like that. Okay, so I'm trying to peel these apart. Alan says he makes resin parts for Federation and Klingon ship models. He makes a lot of detail parts for the Katinga ship you are working on right now. Cool. Okay, so then this one's going to be here. Opposites, opposites, opposites. Oh, this is 2 pieces. This needs to come apart. Todd says, I feel like he's known for decals. Is that the same guy? This one's just got a little bit of adhesive stuck on it. Got a little shmoo on there. Let's rub that off. So was he the same guy? Is he? You tell me now. Tell me if he's the same guy. Okay, so that goes like that. That goes like that. That goes like that. This one goes here. I only cut 4 pieces, 5 pieces, 6 pieces. Yeah, 6 pieces. Okay. 6 pieces. All right, let's see about getting these. Let's see about getting these 6 pieces attached. Here we go. Okay, so I got a curvy one. This one's gonna go right like that. I know that for sure. I gotta cut this part out. Alan says JT Graphics makes a lot of decals as well. Yes. Okay. So I'm just gonna take a little, just gonna taper it a bit. Okay, that's exactly what I want. Just jam the glue in there. Jam it in. Oh, Black Betty, jam it in. Oh, Black Betty, jam it in. I just remembered referencing JTG decals before, but I don't think I have ever used his stuff. You've never used his stuff? I've never even heard of it. Never even heard of it. JTG, who's that? Who's there? Don't know who that is or where it is. Okay, so this one is going to go right here. That's my curvy one. So it needs trim on the corner. That's the sound of Paco drinking water. Or is it this way? It's this way. It's this way. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I had to cut her a bunch of times and get it to fit in there. Fits now, I reckon. I'll tell you what. Get a little snip, snip, snip. There we go. Snippity doo dah. Okay. You're going right there, buddy. Right there, Bubba. Good. There we go. Oh. Uh-oh. Like that. Just go to slightly adjust it, ever so slightly. And it pops right off and sticks to my fingers. Love it. This glue's crazy. This stuff's crazy, man. Crazy. Okay. this one. This way. There we go. Okay, so it's a little thick. It's a tad big. And it's just what was that measurement? A taint's throw too long this way. Just had to adjust it by a taint's throw. Okay. You know, it's almost worth it for me to just freestyle this stuff. Probably be faster than me trying to make all the pieces and then put them in place because I'm adjusting them all anyways. I'm just gonna go like that. I need this much of an angle. Oh, I thought I dropped it, but I didn't. It needs to be this thick. Probably don't even need one here. It's pretty thin. It's hanging over the edge a little bit, but that's okay. No biggie deal. No biggie. Oh, look at that advertising Todd's comment for all of eternity. Your words shall be written in stone and forever displayed for all to see. Generations to come will read your wise word. Okay. That's enough of that. All right, so I got one more little spot right over here. I'm gonna put a piece in there. So I want sort of a trapezoid. Dr. Trapezoidberg at your service. Todd says, JT Allen says, Alex says, I need to set up that PayPal thing for my own channel like you do. Well, I don't know. Hasn't done anything for me yet, Alec. Also, I don't remind people of it every time I make a video and like be, oh, donate to my PayPal and hit me up and blah, blah, blah. I'm not gonna be asking anybody for anything. But, you know, I'll let you know it's there. It's there. All right. There we go. With some panels. A couple of panels there. I'm going to put one more right there. That's where this one goes. Just like that. What's your problem, bud? What are you barking at? He's like looking at me. I'm like, what are you barking at? And he looks over at me and barks in my face. What's your problem? I don't know. Paco's having midnight jitters. Something wrong with him. We got 15 people here. Thanks for tuning in, 15 people of Earth. And if you're not on Earth, well, thanks even more for tuning in. That had to be difficult. Astronauts on the International Space Station. There we go. That sounded great. Let's do that on Sean's interview tomorrow. Astronauts on the International Space Station are tuning in to Trek Mods live stream. There we go. There we go. A nice, cute little panel in detail. I figure since the bottom has such drastic paneling detail, it's like really pronounced. I figure why not? Because what used to be there is this. That's the piece that's supposed to be there. So I replaced it with flat pieces that I made. And now I just got to detail those pieces. All right, so we got this other curvy belly one. So I mirrored those two. So I can put that on. I'm confident that it's going to be the right shape. Still press on there. Oh, we got some fire going on here. Hold on. People are saying stuff. Buck says, okay, Jody, I'm out for tonight. All right. I don't know how long ago that Buck was. That was Buck. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know how long ago that was, but thank you for tuning in. And then he says, wait, who says I'm from Earth? You always say you're from Earth because you say, good morning, people of Earth, and Eric on Discord. Good night, Buck, says Todd. Yes, good night, Buck. Sleep well, my friend. Be rested, for you shall need your energy tomorrow. All right, so I'm going to do the little here. Just get in there with this to hold on to it. That. So, like this. And like this. Okay, so we're like this. And we're like this. And like this. I hope. Did I get it? That's not bad. It's not bad. Fits within the other one. So we shall go for it. Oh. Get in your spot, man. Know your role. You know, that could have been, hold on, let me get that off there before it sets. that could get a little more of an angle right there. All right, I just looked up at the counter and it went 12, 13, 12, and then back to 13. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, now I got glue on the tweezers. Here's where it all goes to shit. It's not a ship show anymore. It's an actual shit show. There, gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, my method of 3D printing isn't perfect, but hey, it works. Alan saying goodnight to Buck. So take a sip of my coffee. Charles Beige, lukewarm. All right, this guy's going here. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure it was the same size. Seems, I see on this one I got a different line. I think I neglected to cut it as small as I wanted to. I could have trimmed it a little more, but well, that's how we do things around here. We just kind of go with the flow. And when the flow flows and turns around, well, then you just turn around and you go with that flow. Okay, we're on. All right, I got a skinny little chunk for right there. Just like I did on that side. It's a little shorter. Maybe I won't use it. Maybe I will not. 11. Oh, we're dwindling down. We're losing them. Quick, somebody start singing. Okay. Exciting. Are you guys all on the edge of your seats? Turn your headphones down. You don't want to get your ears blasted out from all the excitement. Come on, get on there. Yay! I did it without it sticking to my fingers or the thing, the tweezers. It's too close though. It's too close to the hedge. It's a little too close to the hedge. It's not lining up with this one like I wanted it to. So get the hedgehog and we'll hog it out. There we go. Too close to the hedgehog. That'll do. That'll do. That'll do. That'll do. That'll do. That'll do. Okay, so I'm gonna get a thin piece right here. Flip that over like this. Okay, so we're the length of that. thinner. That was way too much glue. But hey, what are you gonna do? You can never have too much glue. Unless you got way too much glue, then that's too much glue. Too much glue is okay, but way too much glue? That's way too much. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. Okay, that's a bit longer than I wanted it. Also, because, you know, you see how accurately I measure stuff. And I'll tell you right now, the reason I don't measure much when I have to start dealing with numbers and measuring, it gets me very confused. I have what's known as numerical dyslexia. It's basically a learning disability when it comes to math. So I've never been good at math. It's not one of my strong suits. I'm more of a three-dimensional thinker than an algorithmic thinker. If that makes any sense to you guys, or am I just going Darmok and Jalad at Tanagra to everybody? There. Got all the panels on, just like that Van Halen song. Panels on. Dun, dun. Got your panels on. All right, let's zoom up. You can see how loose the thing is. I need to tighten all the little. Why is that so loose? Oh, there we go. I just had to twist the. Oh, that's better. I just had to twist the support post. And Too Loud says, "Oh lol, I'm just enjoying the masterpiece of your making." Oh, Johnny, you're only saying that because you're my brother-in-law and my really close good friend and a very nice person and a very kind man and a really good guy. You're just saying that. How's camp going, buddy? How you doing? Johnny's at camp tonight with mom. Well, his mom, my mom too. The only one I have left. And they're enjoying some time out in the wilderness. Johnny's at camp and he's watching the live stream. That looks good when I put it on the low setting. How come it focuses for like a split second and then it says "fuck you"? Anyways. Okay, so we got some panels there. Now, I gotta do the same thing here. What I should do, I shouldn't have hooked it on the base. The base makes it really awkward now to do the work. Let's see what we can do. Because I tediously cut all these out. The original piece that went here had all these detailed lines on it. I was like, oh, I'll save those. And I cut them all out and saved them up. But I can't really do it. Like, I guess I could. So this would have been here. So I guess I could cut this off. It's really thick though. I don't want them to be thick. That's the problem. This is quite thick. You can see here how thick it is. So I think I'm just gonna go with the thin styrene sheets again. I'm just gonna keep doing that. So I'm gonna go here. Okay, so there's my boundary. Like that. Oh, hey, yep. Oh. All right. There's a nice little there's a nice little pattern. Johnny says it's good. He's having a good time out at camp. He's enjoying it. Right on. That's cool. Okay, so what I'm going to do this time is try this a different way. I'm going to cut this out. See, now what happens is when I use this two-way tape and I put my two pieces together and I cut it with the Sonic Saber, it heats up the adhesive and bonds it on there and has a hard time releasing from there. If I stick it together and try cutting it with the scissors, it wants to go like this and squeeze out of position. So I won't get them exactly the same. That's why I screwed around making them all individually last time. So I think what I will do is take the stickiness of the adhesive over the time it took to do those all individually, and I can just deal with it being sticky. So do that. Do this. So now I can just stick this whole thing right on here. Like so. Still on the original blade. Haven't changed it yet. I don't really think it needs to be sharp. I don't think the sharpness is important. If I cut quick enough, it doesn't melt. So that's less for me to worry about. Okay, so I'm just gonna, every time I touch this, it turns on. take a look, see where I'm at here. All right. So take, can you see? Are we in close enough? Or there we go. That's a little better. Alex saying, I wish I was camping right now. I could use a nice, long, stress-free break. How is it down in Arizona or around wherever you live? Is there like camping spots you guys can just go to that you don't have to pay for? Because like around here, we can drive off into the woods, into the wilderness, and like just set up camp somewhere for free as long as it's Crown land. We're good to go. Crown land is what we call land that's owned by the government. So it's considered belonging to all Canadians. So, you know, within reasonable rules, like, you know, safety rules and hunting and stuff like that, you can pretty much do whatever you want on Crown land. And if you're Indigenous, you can build a house pretty much wherever you want on Crown land. You can stake a claim, which I think is pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. Okay, so we got one. Other. Oh, I didn't open this. There we go. All right, maybe I'll put it on the piece this time. Try to make a bit less of a mess. Oh, what's that? What's Johnny saying? Oh, cool. I remember when we did that. It was Christmas in the trailer park this weekend, but Santa didn't bring me nothing. That cheap bastard. And it was New Year's every night. Oh, tonight the band. Okay, so they're having a band playing. Well, sorry about your luck, Johnny, but Santa brought me something. I got an Omnifixo today. Well, I actually got it yesterday, but I didn't check the mailbox, so it was in there yesterday as I was struggling on the stream last night trying to wire this little box up of lights from my back part here. And I didn't even realize it. Didn't even know. Okay, so I got one on there. Here's the other side. So I'll just go symmetrically this time, since I'm going to be cutting out the pieces in order. Before it sets, come on. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, you were right here at the very beginning, Johnny. Saw me open it. Very cool. Yeah. Yeah, that's right, because I sent you a notification. Appreciate that. Cameron, were you watching Andrew's stream also? Cam said he was. So awesome, those huge enterprises that he's working on, man. I wish I had the knowledge. Yeah, he obviously knows what he's doing, and he dug out his old models that he made when he was younger. So I made pretty much the same models when I was pretty much the same age, but those were the only ones I did, and I didn't stick with it like Andrew did. Oh, what am I doing? I'm supposed to be using this. Another lovely thing Howard sent me. Actually, the first thing that HTM gave me. So if anybody watching this stream tonight has not seen the special unboxing video when I received the Sonic Saber, go check it out. Scroll down my list of videos and look for special HTM special unboxing video, and check out the epic adventure I went on to obtain that lovely piece of technology. And I know that I still have to make a couple more because I was sent some other things, but I haven't really had the inspiration of a great idea to make another video like that. I don't know if you're still listening, Ken, or watching, but I did have the idea, but I don't know if you'd be willing to do it. You could get an empty box and you could go out into your driveway or on the street and record yourself kicking the box as hard as you can towards the east. And then you could send me that clip, and then I could record myself looking up into the sky and then catching said box that you kicked all the way from the east and opening it up to find models and gifts and wonderful things. Ken has been far, far too kind and generous to me, more than what he needs to be and more than I deserve. He sent me a bunch of things. It's really helped me a lot in my modeling endeavors. Okay, so that one's not fitting nicely like the first one. I need a bit more room here. I like them apples. Do you guys like them apples? Come on, like my apples. So it's still wider than I wanted, but I'll trim it a little bit. I'll just trim the apples. Trimming them apples up. Boom, bada boom. Cut it straight. I don't know what happened. I think I didn't put this on straight. That's probably what happened. Get out of there, you little shut. Get out of there, you little flake of plastic and glue, amalgamated just to annoy me. Get out. Who do you think you are? And Johnny says, yeah, I tuned in. Yeah, that thing is big. And Johnny says, I'm glad you got back into it with the talent you have. Well, thanks, Johnny. I had to do something. I had to do something with my time, something with my energy and my creativity. I wasn't getting as good as I had hoped on the bass. I wasn't progressing as quickly as I would have liked to. I was really enjoying the maintenance aspect and the creative aspect of like making guitars and instruments and repairing them and making other instruments, but I don't really have anywhere to do that anymore, unfortunately. Mary said now that I'm 50, I could sign up for the senior center wood shop they have over at Anderson Farm. You know what I'm talking about, right? Talking directly to Johnny because he knows what I'm talking about. So we have there's like a historical little place over down the street here. It's called Anderson Farm. It's one of the first farms in the town or something when it was still a big mining community. And they have a wood shop there that the seniors, if you're part of the senior center, and you only have to be 50 to, or is it, did they change it to 55? I don't know. I'm sure Mary will come and let me know because she knows if she's listening. But yeah, once you're of the right age, you can go over to the wood shop and use all the tools and work at the wood shop and do stuff like that, all for, I think it's for free. I don't think there's a charge for it. So I'm just gonna go right there. Oh, I see comments popping up. Alex says, I'm not looking forward to the walk home with my ankles. There's no, are you forced to walk, Alec? There's no transit system for you, buddy? Tell you, man, when I was 25, I was living in Toronto, and there was a couple jobs I had where I strictly walked to work and home every day. But the one job I had was at the exact other end of Toronto from where I lived, and Toronto's a pretty big place, so it was quite the journey. So I had to get up. I had to be at work for 7 o'clock. So I had to leave my place at 5, around 5:15 at the latest. And then I'd have to do a 10-minute walk to the streetcar. Take the streetcar down and then transfer on to, oh no, sorry, it was a 10-minute walk to the bus. And then I would transfer from the bus to the streetcar. And the streetcar was about a 20-minute ride. And then I got off of that and I got on a subway. And then I took the subway for about, well, actually 2 different subways. I had to transfer to another route. And then from there to a bus, and then about a 15-minute walk from the last bus stop, because where I worked was beyond where the buses bus you, beyond where the taxis taxi. And I had another little walk from there. I had to do that every day, and it sucked. Oh, it sucked. And I don't know, even if I was driving back then, I don't know if I would have wanted to do it in Toronto. That's for sure. That's for dang sure. They ain't driving nicely around there. Johnny says, I wouldn't mind getting back into playing again. Playing what, bass? And he says, I think it's free. And there you go. Of course, I knew Mary would know. It was 55, but they lowered it to 50. Okay, excellent. Thank you, Mary. They lowered it to 50 for to get more people to sign up. It's $50 a year to join, which isn't too bad. So for $50 a year, I could have all the amenities to a wood shop with all the tools, and I could make guitars and instruments and stuff like that again. But I can't now because you guys got me making all these models, and you keep sending me models and stuff, so that I have to build them. So if anybody finds any models of like a bass guitar, that would be a cool model. Let me know. Send me a link or something if you see any musical instrument models, specifically a bass. That would be cool. Maybe next stream I'll get out my actually made small scale. I don't know. I think it's like 8 or 9 inches long. Acoustic bass guitar as a model that functions with tuning keys and all the inner supports and all the proper construction you would use in making a bass guitar, just for practice, because I wanted to eventually try making a full-size acoustic bass of my own, because they're not cheap. But I actually did get a pretty decent one. Mary surprised me, gave it to me for Christmas, which was really sweet. I was looking at it, I wanted it, and I was lamenting about it. And Mary said, well, why don't you go back and see if it's still there? See if you can still buy it. So I was like, yeah, nah, it's a few $100. I didn't want to do it. And then she talked me into doing it. And I went back and it was gone. Somebody had bought it and I was sad and disappointed. And then lo and behold, Mary gave it to me for Christmas. It was so awesome. It was a cool surprise. And Alex saying no buses anywhere near me and my bike is in repair, so I can't ride home. Well, that sucks. It is your tire, right, Alec? You blew another tire? Yeah, bass or start the guitar since it's going to feel like starting over again. Yeah, try the guitar. I still got that. I got that Ibanez guitar that your dad sent up there, Johnny. Grab that one. That one's awesome. Darth Trent, good night, everyone. Good night, Trent. Darth Trent, thanks for coming by. Thanks for stopping in. Checking out the stream. Checking out the 7D. Tighten this up again. I think it's this knob right here. Come on, you knob. There we go. And it's 20-minute walk. A 20-minute plus walk? That's not bad, really. 20-minute walk isn't bad. You can handle that, dude. You're young, man. You're not even 30 yet. Wait till you're 50 and try walking for 20 minutes. Good night, Darth. I would still be playing, but you know, the eye thing. Yeah. It's tough to see. See, that's where you need to get into non-visual playing. So you just got to practice so much by not looking at your bass and not looking at the notes and stuff. Just play by ear and by feel. Obviously, it doesn't work for me because that's what I do. But, you know, I can make some sounds. I can make some sounds on the bass. Johnny says, oh, yeah, that's a nice guitar. I might do that. Yeah, it's basically yours, man. It's your guitar if you want it, buddy. Because your dad sent it up here for Ada to use, but she doesn't use it. She hasn't touched her guitar in a very long time. Very, very long time. Okay, so one more. Getting sidetracked here, you guys. I've got one more little piece. This one right here, Alex says, and it's my rear tire being flat due to the 3-inch nail. Was it your rear tire the other time? Because I do know that happened to you twice. In Paco, what are you doing? What's he doing? Looking for food or something? Better not be pooping over there. Better not be pooping, man. You'll get defenestrated just like the bird. Gotta start figuring out if I want to work on models and record videos during the day around here. Gotta figure out something to do with the bird. because it's not bad if he peeps up once in a while and whistles and sings, but he gets into a state where he just squawks. He just screams over and over. Paco, what are you doing? He's probably hungry. I gotta feed him. I gotta feed my Doge. Give me like 2 seconds. Put this on. Since I already got this in my hand here, I'll stick it on. So this one here, this would be a good spot to put a light right there. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna go feed my dog. Johnny says you were getting real good at the bass. That's for I was getting okay. I haven't been doing this model thing a lot, so I haven't been practicing as much. I got the one that I have in the bedroom there. I pull it down off the wall once in a while, my acoustic, and I jam around on that. Come here, buddy. Come here. You hungry boy? You a hungry boy here. There you go, buddy. Hey. I'm back, I'm back, I'm back, I'm back. Don't be alarmed. I've returned. Had to feed my dog. And I had to go into the washroom for a second. Okay, so there you go. Stupid glue gun. Okay, so I was just saying that might be a nice little spot. We got nine people are still in the house. Whoever you 9 troopers are, thanks for sticking with it. I realize that it's late for a lot of you guys. Hell, it's late for me. It's almost 1 a.m. Which, for me personally, that's not that late. I'm one of those people that stays up till 3 or 4 a.m. on a regular basis, just on the average night, and I still get up at 8:39 in the morning. Make a day of it. Alex saying, I'm here. I'm still here. Johnny said, I noticed this earlier before I went to feed the dog. That's hot temps. I don't go outside past 25 Celsius here. Yeah. 93 Fahrenheit. Yeah, but you're in Phoenix, Arizona, dude. You're in hell's butthole. You're in the anus of the apocalypse. You're in the furnace of fear. All right, so that crunching sound is Paco munching away. So I gotta find my this tool, this little pokey tool right here, because I can make a little light goes right there. So I'll take a piece of this. Just move this out of the way for a sec. Night owl. Yep. I'm a night owl. I'm a night owl. Put a star in that comment. Although I don't really have too much trouble following the comments because they pop up on my screen. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to cut a hole or a circle. Should I go smaller? No, because the other one's going to be even smaller. So I'm going to cut two like this. Like so. And to get them out, I need to pop this off and push them out with a thing. Okay, there we go. So I got two of these. Oh, got one of those. And I got two again. I found it. Okay, so there. Now I'll click this down to the smallest one. Oh, it looks like I already got one in there. Just in case, I'll punch out a couple more. Like that. This comes off. Let's see what I got now. That'll just snap. It's too delicate. There we go. Getting these out could be a little tough sometimes. Maybe I gotta just keep punching holes until they start coming out the top. Nah. Okay, let's see. I need something a little thicker, a little stronger. This one. Okay, so I've poked a hole in it. All right, so you know what I'll do is I'll try the next step up. So it's a little easier to pop out of there. That looks like a tool the Bionic Man would use. What are you talking about? This thing right here? This is a punch for punching holes in leather. Mary bought it when we were doing some leather stuff. That sounds bad, but like making things with leather. Yeah, we're doing some leather stuff, man. Me and your sister. There we go. Got it. Push that out. Okay, can we see these? Can we see my little dots there? Okay, so a little blobby of glue. Okay, so I'll just pick this up with my blade here. Dab it in there. Oh, come on now. Come on. Why did it stick to the tweezers? There we go. Just like so. Okay, so now I can drill this out. So I basically made a little Lego stud. Bada bing. Bada boom. Bada biscuits. Take that comment down. 10 people. So how's everybody enjoying the well, it's not officially an HTM stream, but I'm part 2 of the doubleheader event tonight. Actually, part 3. Andrew went twice. It looks like I missed the center mark with that one a bit. That makes me unhappy. I am not a merry man. So, gotta cut that off. And try again. Try again. Okay, so what happened was I did not have good hold on that. So I gotta hold this down like that. Gotta get this into there. There we go. Ha! Ha 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 ha! Cameron says, I'm liking it. This is great so far. Oh yeah, this is fantastic. There we go. That came off. There. Little stud. Oh, look at the little stud. The little stud muffin. Okay, so I'm going to pick up the little stud muffin now. Just with my little pin here. And I stick it right on there. Like so. And like so. Like that. Okay, let me just pick this up because I always forget to put these away, and I had to go searching around for all these little bits one day, which was kind of hard on the colon. I don't like it when things are hard on the colon. Flip that around, get her back on there. Come on, man. I gotta put some oil on this. Okay. Back in the drawer, believe it or not, I put something away. Okay. So now I'm gonna get this little guy. Hopefully we're not too loud. I'm just gonna mute. It's not that loud, but alrighty. Got some nice little holes in the end here. And I can put some lights in here, and here. So these are my impulse engine lights, which I mounted on a couple little plates right here. And I'll be able to just pop those up in behind here. There's going to be some space, and I could put some diffusing stuff in there. Got a couple options. I got this stuff right here, this foam padding. That kind of gives you like a bubbly effect. That's getting washed out here, but and there's also parchment paper, and these will be behind these red panels here. So those are pretty thick, but I'm not going to put those in yet. I want to get some paint on there, stuff like that, get that done. So it's 1 o'clock. I'm going to call it a night for now on this guy. I'm sure it's getting late for some of you people out there. It might only be midnight for some of you, and it might even be earlier if you're lucky. And for Alec, I know it's earlier for him, but he's at work, so that sucks. But I want to thank him anyways for tuning in to watch me while he is at work. And I want to thank Howard, if you're still there. Howard, I want to thank you for sending me this OmniFixo. Well, Todd sent it, but it was at Howard's doing. So thank you so much for that, buddy. I appreciate it. As always, Howard also dashed me this model from Wonderfest. All the way down the key, we went to a thing called Wonderfest. It was a festival of wonder, and I wondered where I left my best vest. Oh, I was a mess without my vest at Wonderfest. Put that on like that. So I got my lights for behind the cow catcher here, but I haven't hooked those into the system yet. Right there. Cam says, thanks, Jody and company. Stream was great. Well, I'm having a good time. Anyways, I don't know about you guys, but I'm having a good time. And if anyone else is having a good time watching it, well, that's a bonus. Bonus for you and a bonus for me, because I like it when people have a good time. It feels good to make people feel good. And it also feels good to find my cap for the glue. Okay, so there we go. There's another little session of the 7D Catle Bruiser. Klingon 7D Catle Bruiser. I'm going to try to join Sunday Fun Day tomorrow afternoon with the rest of the HTM guys. But I might not be able to stay on for the whole thing, because if some of you guys might know, I've been invited by Sean at Sci-Fi Model Guy for his live stream vlog, which he calls Sci-Fi Workshop. So he's gonna interview me and ask me questions, and if you guys tune in and join the chat, you guys can also interview me and ask me questions, and I'm going to tell my story about how I started this modeling thing, and I'll tell Sean whatever he wants to know, and we'll share tips and tricks and advice. So if you haven't watched Sci-Fi Model Guy, go check out his channel. He does really awesome work. He's on a learning journey just like me. He's a little bit ahead of me on his learning journey. He's pretty good with lighting and wiring and stuff like that. He's really proficient with that stuff, and he just makes some really good models, and it's nice to watch him. He's a nice guy, friendly dude. So go check him out, and check us out tomorrow at 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time over on Sean's channel, the Sci-Fi Model Guy, for featuring me, Jody LaForgery, the cheap engineer at Trek Mods. So that's all for today. Thanks to everybody for tuning in. Keep on trekking. And I wish I could set up outro videos, because I'd go roll that beautiful Starship footage and you guys would be looking at pictures of my other models. But you're just going to have to look at the end screen. So bye for now. Thanks, guys. Take care.